Then we are talking about humidity, because humidity is again, critical parameter for a product to, give its desired result and meet the quality compliance.
We spoke about the difference, conventional and mega clean rooms. Now, when we come to specifics, say at the design stage, what are the most important critical engineering principles that determine whether a clean room will consistently perform and meet ISO classifications, process requirements, and especially in very high precision environments?
Right. Clean room design, primarily, as we discussed earlier also, there are, three parameters, core parameters on which the clean room designs are being done. Let's talk about HVAC first, because that is one of the component in the clean rooms. So when we talk about HVAC, we talk about primarily temperature control, because you need to define what is the temperature that you are seeking, which is best for your product. Then we are talking about humidity, because humidity is again, critical parameter for a product to, give its desired result and meet the quality compliance. And lastly, the pressure cascade, the differential pressure.
Got it.
Because depending upon the product requirement, you are designing whether your clean room is going to have the bubble parameter or the sink parameter. So whether it is a clean room at positive pressure or your clean room should be at negative pressure. So that depends upon your product. So these are the three products. When it comes to these are three parameters when it comes to HVAC designs.
Got it.
Although, when we are doing, keeping these parameters at core for the design purpose, a lot of things needs to be looked into. Your equipment selections. So when I talk about air handling units, I need to select the right amount of right quality of the blowers, the right, capacity of the blowers. So that is very essential. The pressure drop calculations are very critical because our systems are quite complex, huge and long. Multiple network of ducts are there. So again, the risers are there. So you need to maintain the specific airflow. In case of clean rooms, when we talk about solar cell manufacturing facility, you have a concept of double plenum and the fan filter units.
Okay.
So typically what happens is fan filter units are recirculating the air from the plenum and back. And the manufacturing equipments are provided with scrubbers, acidic scrubbers and the basic scrubbers, and they exhaust that air from there and throw it to the environment after being treated.
Okay.
So as a result, what happens, whatever air is being thrown out from the clean room, that needs to be compensated. Okay. So that role has to be performed by the makeup air units. Those are also air handling units, but in this case, those are named as a makeup air units. So they call it as a MAU instead of AHU.
Okay.
So this air gets inside and it is like typical of one screw system. So your tonnage is very high basically when you are taking the ambient air and you are treating it to the desired temperature and the clean room classifications, and then you are sending it to the plenum, and your plenums are maintaining the recirculation. Okay. Unlike in pharma, you have a closed loop systems wherein air handling unit sits at the service area. It throws the air inside the clean room through duct and the HEPA boxes. And the return air riser sends that air back to the system.
Okay.
The only thing is, there will be some sort of exfiltration which goes out basically through the door leakages or the permissible leakages in the ductwork and all. And that much amount needs to be replenished. So there is somewhat like 10% pressure or something. Depending upon the system design, that is being handled in that case. So these are different aspects of the clean rooms. Apart from that, when we talk about the flooring finishes, so you need to have the monolithic flooring. We should not have any joints or crevices where viable counts can grow. You need to have a particular finishes for your walls.
Okay.
So your walls, typically now clean room facilities are being constructed using this modular clean room panels. So which is, CRC or galvanized sheets,
right?
Which with infill material of either rock wool or turf or PUR. Okay. So these are the insulating materials in between the sheets, and the sheets are pre-coated, and those surfaces are, crevice free. And wherever your walls and floor joints, basically, those are provided with the covings. So your dust accumulation does not remain.
Yeah.
And when you have the risers running up from the wall, so especially when that particular air pattern has to be met, so your air comes from the ceiling, which goes down, which goes through the your product equipment, process equipments, and then it returns to the risers. So there is a typical airflow pattern which is being created, which helps you keep the particulate count to its minimum, or basically within desired limits. So that's how these designs are being done.
Okay. So what all we discussed and you mentioned and you explained falls under CCS, if I'm not wrong, Contamination Control Strategy.
It is.
It is a part of that.
Yes, contamination control strategy is inbuilt, because, as I said, when I'm talking about the process exhaust or the scrubber, especially when that air is being sucked out of the production process, so that is a part of contamination.
Okay.
Because what happens, whatever fumes are being generated, those are being taken away from going back to the room. Similar way, it is like the differential pressure when we are talking about. So suppose you have a multi-products facilities being run. So what happens, room A and room B, which are the adjacent room, which are separated by one corridor in between. So your corridor is maintained at the positive pressure, and these two rooms have a negative pressure, basically. And it prevents product contamination to go out from that particular room, go to the corridor and enter into the other area.
Got it.
Although it is not that simple. There are several devices in the contamination control. Even your process equipment has got special designs. So all these factors needs to be figured out. So it is not just about the clean room. It is, your process equipment also needs to be integrated with the clean rooms. Your life cycle philosophy also has to be integrated with that.
Got it.
So it is end-to-end, integration of all the systems to work in tandem and give you the desired results. That's how clean rooms are being designed and executed.